what are your spiritual goals for the upcoming spiritual calendar year, you would say? Richie, you want to go?
Mine is still the same in terms of MS. That's the big
Mm,
target. Ministry, I need to adapt around that because obviously COVID is going to be longer than we probably planned. So
unfortunately
probably
so.
use more of an opportunity because I work full time, but I work with brothers. So I'm always with them, but I don't work. Because we're like in the construction and it's just us three, so I don't interact with other people. The only time I do that is when I'm out with my mates at a restaurant or at the shops or something. So use those opportunities more to give a message
Mm,
if I can. Yeah. But apart from that, the goal is still the same in a way. Just stack up those, not just the numbers, but not feel bad for, because now my report is looking a bit dull, but not just for the numbers sake, but actually meaningful sake, making the ministry more meaningful, so I can have a purpose, right? Those numbers in confidence. Yeah.
mm, that's true. That is true. Uh, well, me personally, I want to help out in a foreign language field, which I'm currently doing so. I've been helping out in the West African Pigeon Group that's started in
Yes,
MK,
yes.
which
Hmm.
is doing well. And a goal of mine was to read the Watchtower, like public Watchtower, which I was able to do last weekend in Pigeon, which was very.
Is it? And I missed it.
Oh,
Oh,
you didn't even tell us.
isn't it?
I'm reading again in the near future, so I'll send the invite to you guys when I'm
Yeah, we're
reading
obviously
again.
not your friends. Didn't even invite us.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't tell many people to be fair, so because I was
Still
very
doesn't
nervous.
make me feel any better.
I'm sorry, Krishna. I'm sorry,
I've done so wrong. Please forgive me. Please.
but yeah, that was a privilege. I was very honored, and I found out the reason why I was chosen to read it was because not because of necessarily how good I am at pigeon, but the fact that I was willing to answer up in the meetings. So I was like, yeah, let tell me what I read. So that was reason
Give an
why.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes to show you that the little things you may think that little things you do, you may not think anyone notices, but people do actually notice. So
Hmm.
that was a privilege that I really enjoyed, even though I was very nervous at the start, but
You know,
apparently it
it's
went
funny
well.
you say that because you know what? I think that's what a lot of brothers and sisters need to realize that at the end of the day, it's Jehovah that gives you your assignments or your privileges or whatever you know assignment responsibility you have. It's all from Jehovah,
Mm,
so He's going to see what's in the heart. So it's not about what you put on display to all the other brothers and sisters, how many hours you get, or um, if you're I don't know, whatever showy displays you wanna make in
mm,
front of the congregation. But it's more so Jehovah knows all the little things. So he might have seen the effort you put in just to answer. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, and that's like with everything else, isn't it? It's not what skill or talent we have. It's are we willing to make the effort?
Yes.
Um, and then just leave it with Jehovah, and Jehovah will use us to do whatever he needs us to do, innit? Sorry, where's my
Yes.
head? Where's my head covering at? I'm trying to walk it
Wow. Wow.
Wow. But yes, Krishna, you what you're saying is very true. It's very true. Thank you. Thank you for that. So
Uh,
what other goals do we have for this upcoming year, ladies?
Armani gone.
Um, so mine is to like branch out in a new ministry field, if that makes sense. So I found that working in care, I've been able to speak to my elderly clients, ones who wouldn't actually have an opportunity to speak to any witnesses because they have carers. It will either be the carer speaking to the witnesses when they come to the door, for example, or they just don't answer the door at all. So I've been using that opportunity to just speak to them, and sometimes I'm just there for like a little companionship call. So it's just probably doing that more, and I don't know, developing something, because who knows, anything could happen, isn't it? And like, even when some of my clients have dementia, and it's just like, I'll just read them my book of Bible stories or something and like make it fun for them. So just probably that, branching out more in that. And also developing myself in letter writing, because we don't know when we're going to get out of this COVID situation. I feel like it's going to be like this until this time next year even. So like just getting like proficient in that, and trying to get something from that, like RBs or something, study. Yeah, so I'm going to obviously stay doing my pioneering and stuff, but just to improve my ministry even more, however I can, despite the situations we're in.
Thank you,
That's so
thank you.
sweet.
That's
I
good.
got a question. Sorry,
Yeah.
I know I'm not the whatever
That's
you call
fine.
it,
Go
the
ahead.
MC, the host,
Had
whatever.
enough time.
Hosts.
Had enough.
So you said you get to witness to your, obviously you're a carer, so you get to witness to the older ones. Are there any like restrictions or limitations about how you go about doing that? Because it is, I don't know how to describe it. It's your work, isn't it? But
Yeah, so there is, as in like, it's not like I would be like that. That's the first thing I'm going to speak about. Da, 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 da. But I have the opportunity to, because obviously with the client, because I work alone and I go to their homes, when I'm with them, they would ask me questions about everything and anything. Like we'll talk about loads of different things, and then it sort of just leads on. Like it's not like I go in with that. It's just sort of like flows into that, if that makes sense. So it's not like I'm forcing it on them.
yeah,
Because obviously we can't do that. I'm there to do my job, I'm there to provide care. But then if I have that opportunity to, like, they ask me a question, or like I had a client who would just tell me about how she lost her husband and things like that. So I used the opportunity just to give her some comfort. She really enjoyed that. And so it's just like those sort of situations where it's like, you could just infiltrate in a conversation, but I don't make it like the dominant thing unless they want to continue speaking about it.
that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And it's quite nice actually, because like one of my clients, for example, she has been telling the other carers that she sees in a day that I'm the one that's a Jehovah's Witness. So it's like she's telling, because I don't see anyone else, I work by myself. When I finally do like get to see another carer, like on a double up or something, they're telling me, oh, blah blah blah, client said that you're the Jehovah's Witness. I was like, oh, she's telling you lot for me. Like, it's a good witness. So
Wow.
yeah.
So
Oh, that's nice.
you're basically able to get to where maybe we couldn't before.
Yeah. Which I thought it's a nice little field. Like I'm in
Yeah.
there.
You've got your own personal territory.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're living the good life.
Exactly. Let us know how to get one of them jobs later, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any not that I don't have any goals, but I just feel like everything's on hold at the moment. I don't know if I want to set any goals because of COVID.
I see.
And like,
So, all right. So, I had a follow-up question to this question, which was,
yeah,
what would have been your goals if not for COVID, for example? Yeah.
I might have been in Portugal right now. I really don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Mine was to
Hard to
regular.
say, isn't it?
Yeah, mine would have been to regular auxiliary pioneer much more than I do, because I normally only do it when the CEO's around. So I would like to do it
Okay,
more
yeah.
months.
Just for show, innit, Tommy? Just for show.
It's not just for show, okay, Christian. It's
So
not
the
just
big
for show.
boss that you're.
It's not just for show, okay? But just to do it more months in the year, because I get real joy from coming out in ministry more, and you get to work with different ones in your group. Because if you only go out on Saturdays or one specific day in the week, then you get into a rut, because you only work with specific ones with people that go out on obviously those days. But obviously then when you're auxiliary pioneering, you can go to more you would go to more groups, and you can also work with different ones in different congregations as well, which is also a nice thing.
Yes.
See how they do ministry as well, which I really enjoy.
Can't top that. No, I'm joking. I think yeah, apart from going abroad and stuff, like I think what I've kind of said to myself for now is um I'm not a very I mean, it probably sounds like I'm lying over here now, but I'm not a very I'm an introvert. I'm not very good at um speaking to people and having conversations, and I can see Richie doing some charading. But yeah, I'm not the most confident in that. So I'm trying right now to visit different ones, especially in the Gujarati group, because like I feel right now, because it's over Zoom, we're only small. We only have like one screen full of brothers and sisters, so we don't often go in breakout rooms. So it just feels like a family because you're not tempted to go off and speak to your friends or go home early or all of that. You're all just on Zoom and then you talk to whoever you're talking to,
Yes.
um, which has been really good because it feels like, wow, I've got to know different ones that I probably wouldn't have back at the Kingdom Hall.
Hmm.
So I'm now trying to use that to go actually physically see them, pop by to different ones that, yeah, I would have loved to have gone and spoken to, but wouldn't have had the confidence of, what do we talk about? Or they don't like me, or whatever stupid 12-year-old
Wow.
thoughts I have in my head. But that's I think that's something practical that I've seen other people do as well. Other brothers and sisters. I'm sure you guys are doing something similar. But yeah, I've been trying to do that. Trying to strengthen that bond, in it.
The bond of unity.
Yeah, because that's what we're gonna have.
Yes.
So,
And we would need it, especially during the end of the system.
I mean, we are in the last day of the last days, right? The final
Yeah.
part of the last days.
Days. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Or
yes,
what it's called.
yes, we would need that. We would need that. Any other spiritual goals for the up and coming year?
Yeah, like I said earlier, same goals. Use opportunity more in the ministry, but like Shma.
Let me change my name. Let me change my name. Yeah, sorry, can't carry on.
I can be like, I'm in the balance of like introvert and extrovert, but I would say I'm more intro because I kind of like that confidence in a way because I can waffle about whatever, but when it's about like ministry, I'm like the little kitten in a way because I don't know I don't know how to say it, but I'm just very like if someone on the door was like, oh, I'm not interested, or I don't believe in God or whatever, but okay, bye. But we've been given ways to work around that objections and whatnot. And I've seen
Yes.
that we use it on the ministry, I mean meeting, sorry, in demos and stuff. And I've seen that. But it's just of me actually doing it or trying it out for it to actually work out, which is why I haven't done many things in my life, i.e., even start driving, because I have that fear, even though it's like fear of like crashing, for example, even though that's a minor thing, but still fear of crashing. So that will like put me on hold to like even start taking lessons. So yeah, that's just a little goal that I need to fix. But I did write here that I have the goal here, but pray about it so that I can actually have that help, because we're always told to pray about it and Jehovah will help you, or you will see things that you've like never imagined before. So try it out, put them to the test, and then just see how it is. That's what I just need to do. So yeah, that's just my one.
I got another question, please.
Go
You're gonna
ahead, Krishma.
tell me. Amani, if I'm right, you're dating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not calling you out. It's public, isn't it? It's public
Yeah.
knowledge. Okay, cool. just checking. Does that affect the spiritual goals you have?
No. No.
Do you make any goals together?
Yes, we
Okay.
have. Yeah, we set them.
It's
Yeah, we
like-
have actually. Yeah, we've set them. So no, it actually doesn't. No, it hasn't, and it doesn't. So yeah, everything's pretty on track, if that makes sense.
okay.
Even like the goals for the future and stuff, it's all like, yeah, it's all good.
What
So you
about you,
make sure
Krishma?
serving Jehovah comes before anything else.
Of course, 100%. Yeah.
What are you out at me for, Tommy?
So what about you? Has your current dating situation affected your spiritual goals?
Current dating situation. It's a situation, guys. Must be dealt with.
Wow.
You know what? We're both in the Gujarati group, so we don't live very far from each other. So it's really good that like sometimes we make it a goal to go together to go visit different ones. Like we'll make a round trip and see like 2-3 different families or brothers and sisters and whatever. Because I hate going by myself, so that really helps me. Yeah, in terms of long-term goals, of course we have so many out there, but I think until it becomes a reality, it's really hard to set it in stone, if you know what I mean.
I understand that.
Yeah, the CEO recently said to me, he goes, "You got to have a plan A and a plan B. Plan A is that the new system comes tomorrow, and that's us sorted, isn't it? If the new system comes tomorrow, you know that's pretty straightforward for all
I
of
might have
us.
my
Because
sense
we
of
just do
smell.
whatever. Yeah, Jehovah's style. But plan B is okay, just in case it comes the day after or the day after that. What are we planning to do up till then? You know, so we're living as per plan B, but we're hoping for plan A
Yeah.
to come ASAP. So yeah, dating hasn't interfered with the goals. In actual fact, it makes you reflect on how strong your relationship is with Jehovah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it tests you in a lot of areas.
Yeah.
You might have found this, Amani, but dating in the truth is really hard.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of grey areas that the society doesn't give answers on. There are simple black and whites, obviously. And trust me, I've read all the articles about 10 times. But there's a lot of grey areas where you're just like you're
What do
just
you
left
do?
confused. Like, what are we supposed to do, or what are we supposed to say? What, you know, is so yeah, it really does. I see Amani shaking earlier about it does make you think about your relationship with Jehovah as an individual.
That's interesting. Thank you very much for that.
That's a conversation for another day.
Probably is. Anywho,
What's your girl like, Richie?
Who?
It's bad to think about.
wow.
Tommy
Krishma,
already
you're
said earlier he'll
mean.
edit it out, so I'm just
Krishma,
making
you
more work
are
for him.
Krishma, you are mean. You are mean. You're making me do extra work for no reason. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I see how it is. You see how it is.
Wow.
So
Well,
She's non-existent, so
yeah. I haven't called Tommy out yet, but you know, waiting for it.
it's
I see.
pending.
It really is pending. Have fun.
Like I said, some dating situations are literally black and white. You know what I mean?
We have a fair idea.
Mm.
So